It's been a good last few weeks for Telugu cinema with Sita Ramam and Bimbisara and now Karthikeya too. It is heartening to know that while most of the country's film industries are struggling to draw in crowds, Telugu cinema continues to draw people to theatres. Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. You're watching Not at All a Review. My name is Hriday Ranjan. This week's movie is Karthikeya 2, written and directed by Chandoo Mondeti. The film stars Nikhil Siddhartha, Anupama Parameswaran, Srinivas Reddy and Harsha Chemadu. Our country's rich mythology and history is ripe for large-scale adventures. Director Chandoo Mondeti taps into these facets in Karthikeya 2. Karthik is a doctor in Hyderabad who also moonlights as a person who helps people who are facing problems due to superstitions and blind faith. He is proudly rational and gets suspended when he slaps a mayor who was conducting a homam in the ICU. When his mother asks him to go to Dwaraka to fulfill a mokku, strange incidents begin to occur in the temple town. Writer-director Chandoo Mondeti splits his screenplay into two clear parts. Through animation, we see the mythological history of Dwaraka. On the other hand, we see the incidents in the present day. He also uses his technical crew to amp up the thrills in this film. Instead of going for picturesque landscapes, cinematographer Karthik Ghattamaneni shoots the thin streets of Dwarka with panache. As the story moves from location to location, Karthik Ghattamaneni's camera keeps up, extracting the unique beauty of each location. Kala Bhairava's soundtrack is also an apt foil for the film's many twists and turns. In his short career, Kala Bhairava seems to have a knack of choosing projects that move beyond the typical piano-violin soundtracks, and Karthikeya 2 is no different. The other thing about the film that I really liked was the scale of the film. If you remember reading comics like Tintin or Asterix, you remember that they all featured a set of oddball characters traveling from one location to another as part of the adventure. Karthikeya 2 works in the same template. Even though the film relies heavily on mythology, it does not hammer it into your head. Instead, the mythological parts of the story connect the links for the story to move forward. Of course, the film is not perfect. For a film heavily dependent on VFX, some of the effects look like they were made at Amirpet and are shaky at places. The first half of the film is also haphazard and takes its own time to pick up pace. Also, there is Anupam Kher who hams it up like there is no tomorrow. It was unintentionally funny to see the veteran actor overacting. However, these are minor grudges in a film that is pacey and doesn't pause for songs or romance. Nikhil Siddhartha is believable as the doctor in constant pursuit of the truth. His arc from a disbelieving skeptic to somebody who claims that it's not mythology but history, this might have been awkward to pull off, but it seems plausible thanks to the actor's earnestness. Anupama Parameswaran gets to be more than a flower pot, and the lens the director uses to film her is classy. Srinivas Reddy and Harsha serve up the laughs in this film, and thankfully the jokes are not crass. Special mention also for the actor who plays the silent Abhira in pursuit of the leads. I couldn't find his name anywhere, so if you know his name, please mention it in the comment section. Also, I need to make a special mention for production designer Sahi Suresh, who is the main reason the film looks so grand despite its budget. Director Chandoo Mondeti whips up an interesting adventure that merges history, mythology and a thriller. He keeps the film's pace moving and does not settle for low-hanging fruits to appeal to the galleries. Even though the film's history versus mythology angle is a little shaky, director Chandoo Mondeti's screenplay is tight and pacey. It's been a good last few weeks for Telugu cinema with Sita Ramam and Bimbisara and now Karthikeya 2. It is heartening to know that while most of the country's film industries are struggling to draw in crowds, Telugu cinema continues to draw people to theatres. So, ladies, gentlemen and friends beyond the binary, would I recommend Karthikeya 2 to a companion? Yes, Karthikeya 2 is a film that will appeal to both adults and kids alike. It has the right mix of adventure, mythology and fun, and you don't need to have watched the first part to enjoy this movie. Thank you for watching our review of the film Karthikeya 2. Don't forget to press the bell icon and subscribe to Film Companion South for more interviews, reviews and interesting videos.